Welcome to Dude RV. Hey, I appreciate y'all stopping by, and of course, you got here just in time. That's right, just in time for It's Friday, and it's time for another edition of Friday's Finds. Man, I haven't said that in 2 months. Yeah, I did take a little bit of time away from Friday's Finds, and that's because we were traveling and I was creating content for some more park videos. And for those of you who are always looking in the background, you're gonna notice we actually have got some stuff happening. That's right, we broke ground this week. We should have a slab by next week. So on the next, you gotta click the subscribe button if you wanna keep track of what's going on back there. I am gonna produce a video for the RV Homestead Texas channel, but I've got so many videos on my plate right now, I'm not sure when that's gonna be. But we're gonna do 5 products from Amazon. 4 of them are courtesy of the vendors, but we're gonna kick it off, in case y'all didn't know. Before we get into this edition of Friday's Finds, click the howdy button. Say howdy down there. Tell me, did you miss me? Did you miss Friday's Finds? I took a 2-month hiatus and we did some traveling. All right, let's get to it. Let's go look at some stuff. Doing my own kind of bonsai thing. If you were at Buzzard Days, you saw some of what I was doing. Suffice it to say, I turned that space that was a laundry room, it is now my little portable, I call it the bonsai studio, but it's really just a place to carry the plants. And I'm kind of collecting trees as I go along. I know this is a huge mess because I've got some that are survived, some that have not. So I need to go through and consolidate all my soils and clean this all up. But that brings us to the whole bonsai. I've created some. These are my own bonsai creations. I'm going to be going up to stepping up to the next level. And that's where this box comes into play. This is a set of 3 that we're going to unbox real quick and take a look and see what we can see. Got a little moisture on it this morning, but that's okay. Now, just so you know, if you're doing the bonsai thing, those are not necessarily your friend. It's a nice little green pot. The downside to these pots I can see right now are the lip right there. You really don't want a lip if you're going to be removing. And these go in place right there. You already have holes drilled for tying, wiring. But for the cost, these are very cost effective. And bonsai simply translates. Bonsai translates tree in pot. But it's not just a tree, it's the tree in the pot. So we have 3. Different light colored blues and greens. I like those colors. So what I think would make an awesome in the winter, this is a parrot's, this is called a variegated parrot's beak. And it's called that because it's got the white variegation. Very unique specimen, but I think that's going to be a nice upgrade right there. I like the way that looks, but that'll be perfect. I think that color would match really well. All right, moving right along. Let me clear this off, and we'll open another box. So our next item comes to us from, I don't know if I can pronounce it, Itehil. This is a cold brew coffee cup. Let's open it up and see what it entails. It says 15 minutes to have a cold brew coffee. Be a good Christmas gift. We're coming into that season. Oh, okay. And see, in here we've got filters. We have a battery. Apparently it's got a battery somewhere. And a venturi. So I'm gonna have to do some reading on how this works. I'm presuming we put the coffee grounds in there. I don't know. Let me do some homework, and I'll come back when I can speak knowledgeably. Moving right along. Our next one comes to us from Kunenzi. This is telling you. Telling you what? Telling you. Telling you what? Telling me what? Aha! You know what that's for? That is a 4-way, 4-to-2. So if you've got 4 solar panels and you have 1 portable power solar generator, this is going to give you combined 4 solar panels, depending on the wattage. So I've got to go dig out some solar panels and stuff so we can show you how that comes together. This comes to us from Zybok. I don't know. You know, it wouldn't be so confusing, but there's an X at the beginning and a J at the end. How you bend your tongue like that? This is for all you parents. You have to go and watch your child perform. And at the end of the event, you can hardly stand and walk because your butt has fallen asleep. That's nicer than I was expecting. That's way more substantial than I was expecting. That's all right. So we have, I mean, you can use this on a canoe. Put that over. So you got that'll keep you from pitching backwards, but you can also secure it to a canoe bench, canoe seat, like that. You got drink holders right there on the front. Wow, that's cool. I know. I can put it on there right there. I can give you I can show you test drive footage. Hey, that's all right. I mean, this is no lazy boy recliner. It's not a lazy boy, by no means, but it is way better than the alternative, which is nothing at all. It feels solid. It's got a solid feel to it. I don't feel like I'm gonna collapse, fall over backwards. It definitely helps with the low back when you're just sitting. To be able to lean back and rest against it is so much better than none at all. Work out great on those picnic table benches too. When you're camping and you've got company showing up, you don't have an extra lawn chair. You pull out your little stadium seat and psh, you're good to go. You make that noise when you do it. Psst. Okay, this is handy. Moving right along, we'll go open the big box now. Guess who's back? Vevor, tough tools, half price. So Vevor has sent me a big box. Vevor has sent us a big box. It's rather heavy. I'm gonna open this box from the bottom. You know it's substantial when you have metal shipping corners. There it is. We have an accessory bag. Well, now I gotta educate myself on how to get in it. All right, I got the locking mechanism figured out. Instructions are a little bit confusing. So you're gonna want to use your keys to open the lock. So you have the little cover that hides the place for the key. So you put the key in and it allows you to open the box. Inside you'll notice there's a place for 4 AA batteries, and then back here there's a setting button, a red button. So you unlock it, open the door, put your 4 AA batteries in, and make sure you put the lid back on so that they don't come loose. And then you're going to press the red button and you get a dee-dee. And then you put in your code. Let's say 1942 pound. So now we've changed it. Take the key out. We're locked. And then we're unlocked. Just like that. It's that simple. The locking cabinet does come with 4 bolts, so you can anchor it to either the floor or the wall. You have an overnight slot there. And there's no connection between the top and the bottom. Comes with a little felt pad. This will be a nice little handy safe to have in your closet. I mean, yeah, it's not fireproof, but it'll keep stuff from walking out of your house. It'll slow them down. It'll slow them down anyway. All right, moving right along. I did a little reading, and I understand how to use, kind of. We're gonna do some cold brew coffee right here in the motor home. So, number one, first thing, you have to charge it. So I charged it overnight. Well, it uses actually it's the USB-C. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. We have a little cover that goes right there, like so. And then we fill this with our coffee. Might as well go all in. So now we put this and now we're going to put some water in our vessel. And there's two lines. We'll go to the top one. Now we're running. So this is the power button. I'll check back in once it's done. And that's pretty much all it's gonna do. Cycle up, cycle down. I don't know how long. I'll check back in when we have some coffee. It stopped pumping. I think maybe we have coffee. We need to put it in a cup. I suppose I could just drink it straight out of there, but we're making a video, so we need to look at what's inside. Smell like coffee. Brown like coffee. Tastes like coffee. A little ice. I'm a black coffee drinker. So a little bit of ice, and that's good. A good iced cup of coffee. I like that. That's handy. I think maybe next time you need to fill the whole vessel I was using a dark roast, so depending on how much caffeine you want. Now I gotta clean it out. All right. Link will be in the description. Anyway, moving right along. I'm on top of my motorhome. Now, when we purchased the motorhome, it came with one 100-watt solar panel. I've since added 2 additional solar panels, which meant I needed an expander. And since I only had 3 panels, I found a 3-way. But if when I decide, and I'm considering adding a 4th panel, that's where this bad boy will come into play. 4 panels into 1 feed. Telling you what? Telling you. They got you covered when it comes to your solar equipment. Telling you has got you covered. And that brings us to the end of this edition of Friday's Finds. All these items can be purchased on Amazon. I will provide you with a link in the card above as well as in the description below. That link will take you to the Dude RV Gear Recommendations page on Amazon. Your business is most appreciated. So I'll provide you with a link in the card above as well as in the description below, that same link. And that link will take you to the Friday's Finds shopping list on the Dude RV Gear Recommendations page on Amazon. Your business is most appreciated. And in the description, I will also provide you with individual product links. So if you don't want to go through that shopping list, you can just go and say, oh, there's that locking box. I know those vendors would appreciate you visiting their listings as well. That really helps with their metrics. If you've not already, I would be most honored if you would consider clicking on the subscribe button. It really helps the small channel to grow. And if you've been following along, thank you so much. I know your time's valuable, and I appreciate you spending some of that with me. And for my patrons, your generosity is most appreciated. You guys rock. All right, y'all come back now, you hear?